Welcome to another episode, guys. We are out in the woods, sneaking down to a river where we're gonna hopefully set up a primitive camp. We're gonna make a fire, try and see if we can maybe catch some fish, cook them up together. This is a solo mission. It's just you and me on this one. And we're finally here. Oh my goodness, look how beautiful it is. Look how beautiful it is down here. The river here should also be full of wild coho salmon that are coming up to spawn. Maybe we'll be able to catch one of those. There's tons of trout. It's been kind of on and off raining today, so what we might just do is find a few materials, set up a primitive shelter first so that in case it starts raining, we can stay dry and keep our gear dry. So the first thing we got to do to build a shelter is just find out what kind of resources we have. Luckily, there are tons of natural building materials that we can find here. I'm seeing lots and lots of driftwood that came down the river last time it flooded, and now the river level has sunk. So we just have nice wood laying around everywhere. See this? These are dead salmon carcasses laying around everywhere. Ooh, this one's still a little juicy, a little meaty. Smells a little bit like rotten fish down here. And what happens in our area, and part of why the trees are as green as they are and the forests as luscious as they are, is because we have these wild salmon runs where salmon migrate from the Pacific Ocean every year and come up these rivers back to the place where they were born, far up the rivers, and they come up here to mate, lay their eggs, and then they all die. They don't swim back out to the ocean. Instead, they die and become nourishment for the animals, and then the animals drag them up into the forests and eat them there, and then the rest of the bodies rot, and that provides the nitrogen and the nutrients necessary for all of the trees to grow as beautiful as they are here. This is a game changer log right here. This is a good one to start out with. Perfect. Oh wow, this guy's been dead for a while. Wood's almost decently dry. Maybe we can use this as a fire starter later too. Okay, we got just some old school twine here, and we're gonna just reinforce this a little bit. This is already pretty sturdy, but let's just go ahead and tie this together. All we needed was to put a little, oh shoot, I just broke the twine. This ain't paracord. We're just gonna put together a skeleton. Okay, so we've got our basic frame constructed. Now what we're gonna do is just weatherproof it. Probably the material that we have around here is all of this fern growing in the woods. We've got some really large ferns too, and this should be a perfect natural material for our roof. Wow, look at all these giant ferns. Oh, this is perfect. See how far that gets us. The nice thing about ferns is that they are a very sustainable material, building material in this area, because all the ferns are going to die off here in the winter anyways, and then next spring they just all grow right back, and it's a very fast growing plant. From here we should just be able to take bundles of it and start tying it. For that top log, we could just make these little duals and just drape them over like that. Perfect, nice. Oh man, we're gonna need a lot more fern than what we've got right now, but it's starting to take shape. All right, I'm gonna go get some more fern. I'll be right back here. All right, it is dark in here, and that is what we want. There's a little bit of daylight still coming through up there over us. So what you could just do now at this point is just keep layering on fern after fern or whatever you've got, just to block out any last sunlight and reduce the chance of rain getting in. But this here's already gonna help out a ton. And there is absolutely plenty of room in here to hang out. I could sit back here by the boulder. Oh man, this is relaxing, dude. But it is time to try and catch a fish now that we got our shelter built. We've only got probably another hour of daylight, so hopefully we can catch something to eat. We'll start up a fire and just kind of see what else happens. This is awesome. So we have a couple of setups with us right here. One of them is just a spin rod with, we got the bullet lure on there. Absolutely awesome. This guy could be a total trout slayer. And then this rod right here is just set up with the Carolina rig, which is just a sliding weight right here on the main line down to a 4-pound leader, and an itty bitty tiny hook right down here. What we're gonna start out with for bait is this bug, like a grub that I have here. So what we're gonna do is just cast it out into this water right after the rapids. We've got our little grub ready on the hook there, and what we're just gonna do is cast them right there into the current, let that sink down to the bottom, and we're just waiting for it to tap across the bottom. I just want to feel tap, tap, tap. That's the weight moving around down there. What is this? Am I stuck on something? I got stuck on something. False alarm. Oh, just felt something. Okay, just had a little bite right here. Ah, it just got stuck. Man, nothing on the grub yet. Just a couple days ago, I was actually up here at a different spot on the river fishing for salmon. There are still wild salmon in the system here. And I know you guys have been expecting more salmon fishing from me this year, but I've just been out in the mountains fishing for trout and doing some other things. Either way, I did end up catching a coho salmon, a beautiful coho salmon with bobber and eggs. Either way, I'll just go ahead and roll in the footage of that salmon fishing, getting the bobber down. and I'll see you guys right back here again. All right, we got with us some delicious salmon eggs. I believe these are like Chinook salmon eggs, king salmon eggs from like maybe 3 years ago or something, maybe 4 years old, but they should work just fine. Take a sniff. Throw those eggs into the loop, and there we go. We got our eggs on the hook. Tell you what, we're just gonna make a cast. Right there in that eddy behind that rock. Come on, baby. Come on, right there, next to that rock, maybe. Oh, come on. Oh, a salmon just jumped right there. There's a salmon that just jumped right in front of us. Right down there, we're gonna try and drift the bobber right over to that where that salmon jumped. Let's try and get that right in front of that coho out there. Drift that bobber out. Come on, baby. Yeah, I couldn't believe that we saw one jump. That's hilarious. Come on. Send them right in here. Let's see what happens over there. Oh, that's a bobber down and a fish on. Yes. What is this? Oh, man. This dude here was nibbling on our eggs, and when we set the hook, we accidentally snagged him in the tail. The rule here is that if you snag a fish, you're not allowed to keep them. This here is a mountain whitefish. You can tell they have an adipose fin back here, and these guys are actually, let me just release them. Wait till he's ready, release him just like a trout. There we go. And he's off. Mountain whitefish, as funny as they look, they're actually related to trout and salmon. There's like trout, salmon, whitefish. That thing doesn't at all look like them, but they are actually in that greater family. It's totally cool. Wow, that's awesome. Let's go, we got one. Oh, it was cool. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's a fish, that's a fish, that's a fish. Bobber was down, bobber down, come on. Oh, there we go, fish on, baby. Oh, it's a salmon. Oh, it's a salmon on the mini pole. Oh my goodness. Oh, we got a coho on, baby. Oh, come here. Oh, in the net, come on. Oh no, what a horrible net job. It's a really small net. It's a small net. There we go. Salmon on the trout pole. All right, let's keep this guy in the water. We're not gonna retain the salmon. Oh, look at how beautiful this guy is, though. So we can see we hooked him right there in the corner of the jaw. Absolutely beautiful. But look at that beautiful wild coho. You can tell this guy's been through it all. He's got battle scars on him. He's got fungus growing, but he's ready to go. Ready to go. There he is. Let's go. Bobber down on a beautiful coho. Man, that fish has seen better days, but it's just so cool to think that that fish came all the way out of the Pacific Ocean to return back to the river where he was born probably about 3 years ago. Yes. Yes. All right, maybe we'll have better luck over here. There seems to be a bigger pool, a kind of slower pool of water. Let's see what happens. Oh, there we go, fish on. Fish on, baby, we got one. All right, what do we got? Oh, whoa, 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 easy, buddy. Easy, get over here, get over here. What do we got? Is that a whitefish? It looks like a whitefish. Oh, it's a trout. Hey, buddy, what's going on? Don't worry, we'll let you go. Just hooked beautifully right in the lip. Look at that beautiful, beautiful wild rainbow trout. These are true wild fish in this system. We're gonna let this guy go, and he's off. There's a minimum size in the system right here where we got to make sure that the trout are at least 14 inches. So we let that little guy go there to swim and bite another day. But that's good. First fish. All right. So there's trout as well. Again, we want to get a whitefish, but that's a good sign. The skunk is off. Okay, that cast was quite a bit further out into the current. So let's just go ahead and repeat that again, get way out there. Maybe we could catch a big trout too. Ooh, that might have been a bite. Oh, bite, bite. Something was playing with it there. Was that a fish? Oh yeah, fish on. We got one. He was just playing with it for a little while. Not a bad fish, not a bad fish at all. Oh man, he's pulling some line. Oh, that's a good one. Oh man, what is it? I mean, it's fighting like a, oh, that's a big trout. My goodness. Look at that. Oh my. Look at that. Oh, that's so close to a keeper. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Look at that giant trout. All right, let's go ahead and just get this guy measured really quick. We're gonna go ahead and let this beautiful fish go. He's probably a keeper. I'm 90% sure he's a keeper, but I forgot my measuring tape, so let's get him in the water right away. So let's just let him breathe here for a second. Oh, there he goes. Ooh, and he's off. That was awesome. What a beautiful fight. I'd say while we still have a little bit of daylight left, let's just go ahead and start a little fire. I think a shelter wouldn't be a proper shelter without a fire. It's getting pretty cold, and I just want to get a little bit of warmth going. Man, awesome. It's semi-dry wood. For fire starter, we're just gonna use some of this rope right here. This should catch a flame really good. Now, it's been raining the last few days, so we're gonna do what we can. I just grabbed the driest little bits of sticks I could find between the trees. Oh, wow, okay, we're gonna need a little more rope probably. Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go. All right, come on. All right, we just gotta keep that flame going. Put little branches, whatever you got, right on top of there, where the small stuff will burn easiest. All right, start laying the other ones up on top here to start, that they can just start drying. as the little stuff is burning. Feels amazing. Just some warmth. It is kind of starting to rain a bit, so you can see I'm starting to hug back into the shelter. Seems to be, let's see here. Yeah, I'm not feeling any raindrops inside here. All right, well, I was gonna cook up some fish in here, but we didn't retain anything. It is definitely dark by now. I'm really thirsty. I didn't bring any water with me. And look at this, I had some oil and some Danish sea salt all ready to roll. So let me know in the comments if you guys want to see me come back to this camp here, and we'll spend a night here and hopefully catch some fish that time and cook them up. It'd be kind of cool. This could be like our winter river camp right there, unless the river floods and washes it all away. But I'm just gonna get some water down at the river real quick. I didn't bring any water with me. We're gonna boil it to disinfect it. I'm just absolutely thirsty. There we go. Just gonna set that baby right on top of the fire there. Perfect. I don't regret letting that trout go, but I'm sure he would have been really tasty. It is coming down good out there. In the shelter, completely dry. Besides like little childhood projects, I would say this is my first bushcraft shelter I've ever built. So what we could do is, this water has been boiling long enough to disinfect. We're just gonna set that right here. Now you're inside here with me. That way you're also staying dry. I wouldn't want you to be wet and cold. This is cool. This is really cool, man. I bought something really awesome for the property that you're all gonna enjoy a lot. In the last video, I saw a lot of great comments on what kind of improvements you guys wanna see out at the property, and what the camps, what we wanna do at these peripheral camps that we're building out there. But yeah, let the comment section go absolutely wild, guys. Just bring out your weirdest ideas of what you wanna see happen. I can hear it, it's just pouring rain out there right now. Oh man, that feels so good, man. I wish I would have had some tea or something like that with me, but man, it is pouring out there. Well, at least we don't have to worry about the fire getting out of hand. Well, that wasn't very effective. All right, guys, I gotta get out of here, get home and prepare for a trip out to the property. Remember, if you're brand new, subscribe, drop a like on the video. Let me know in the comments if you wanna see a video out here where I live in this shelter here for a couple days, like a full survival episode. Anyways, I love you all, and we'll see all of you for the next adventure. And until then, you all know it, fish on, baby.